guys, welcome back to the channel. So we are talking all things Saturday night main event, and full disclosure, this video is going to be posted on Saturday, but it is recorded Friday right before SmackDown. So if anything has happened on SmackDown, it won't be covered here because I already recorded this, obviously. So I just want to give you that full disclosure. So if anything is covered on SmackDown here in a few minutes, then we will talk about it on TikTok, but it won't be on here. But this video may be a little shorter just because of the fact that we only have 4 matches, but we're going to go over those 4 matches and a little bit of surprises that I think could possibly happen. So the first match that we're going to go over is the one that I am most excited but also most nervous about, and that's Gunther versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I'm just going to say it. I think Jey needs to win. I think Jey deserves that title. I think he needs to win. But I am not sure WWE is as committed as I am. I personally think that Jey is the most over superstar right now, and frankly, how do you not give that man a title with everything that he's doing? But I am not the writers of WWE, obviously, so we will see what happens. But I think that Jey winning this title would give the perfect chance for Gunther to have a character change, and would also create big doors for both Gunther and Jey. What I think could happen is, because we already know that Jey committed to the Royal Rumble, I think he could win this title and then be like, hey, I want to have 2 titles. Gunther come out and eliminate him from the Royal Rumble and set them up for a match at WrestleMania for the title again, a big rematch. I think that would be a great storyline for both Gunther and Jey. And honestly, Gunther needs a storyline. His whole reign, honestly, has been super boring to me. I think he needs more, and he needs to do more. And that would be perfect. Like, who in a storyline with Jey doesn't get more popular and get more attention? And that's what Gunther needs right now. So I think that because Gunther is doubting Jey and doesn't think he has the ability or the capability or anything to beat him, I think it's the perfect time for Gunther to get beat. And then he can switch up his character, it can rattle his confidence a little bit, and he can come back even stronger. So I personally want Jey Uso to win here. However, I am not sold on that's exactly what's going to happen. So we'll have to see on this one. Then we have Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu, and oh my god, this match I'm so excited for. We have been teased it a little bit in the past, but I am just, number 1, excited to see these 2 big men go against each other, but number 2, I'm super excited to see more Jacob Fatu as a singles competitor. This match is about to absolutely freaking cook, and I'm so excited. But I want to start this off by saying that I think this is the start of a bigger storyline for Jacob. We saw Friday night last week that Solo came back and didn't speak to Jacob or Tama. He walked out of the ring without even acknowledging them, and I don't think that sat well with Jacob. Jacob has been Solo's ride or die from day 1. He loves Solo, in case you didn't know. So I think that having Solo come out and not even acknowledging him will really rub Jacob the wrong way. And I personally expect Solo to come out during this match and try to help Fatu and maybe even cost Fatu. And Fatu turns on him, and we get Jacob versus Solo at WrestleMania. And I would love that for both superstars. We know that they will no longer be referred to as the Bloodline, so we need to know what's next, and I think that should be next. Then we have Rhea versus Nia, and honestly, I don't even know why we're getting this match. I mean, I'm not going to complain because at least we get one women's match on the table, but did Nia forget that Tiffy took her title? Because that storyline just was squashed and gone, and I don't understand it. But besides that, I fully expect Rhea to retain here. Honestly, it makes no sense for Mommy to get her title back and then 2 weeks, 3 weeks later lose it. So I feel like this is going to be a good match. It's two big powerhouse women on the division right now, but I don't feel like it's a competition. Rhea's definitely retaining. Rhea's definitely winning this, and there's just no doubt about it. Now, what I will say is hopefully this sets up some kind of storyline going forward with Nia on her own and Rhea on her own, because I don't want this match again. I have nothing against Nia, nothing against Rhea. I don't want them together again, so hopefully this is a one-time match, squash, done, and Nia can go figure out what she's doing, because Tiffy's the one that took her belt, not Rhea, so I'm not exactly sure why she's so mad at Rhea. And then the last match, we have Braun Breaker versus Sheamus. Now, let's be honest. Breaker's title run has been boring. Capital boring. He's seen more in the audience than he is in the actual ring. And honestly, Jey Uso could just still be carrying that belt and it'll be just fine. But I think that is really super sad, because Braun Breaker has a lot of potential. He just doesn't have the storylines. He doesn't have the creativity. And I don't know what WWE is doing with him, but at this point in time, I'm kind of wishing he drops that title so that they can figure it out. So I think Sheamus should win this. This feud with Sheamus has been Braun Breaker's best storyline, and I think Sheamus should win this title. It's the only thing that Sheamus has not checked off his to-do list in the WWE, so I think the WWE should give Sheamus his flowers and let him win this title. But I will not sleep on Ludwig Kaiser interfering, because we've seen those three go back and forth over and over again. But I ultimately think Sheamus is going to be the winner of this match, and he's going to walk out your IC title holder, which I think is the right move, because then the WWE can take a step back with Braun and figure out where they're going with him, because he has too much star power to just be sitting on the sidelines. So that's all the matches we have confirmed right now. Like I said, this is before SmackDown, so there may be some more stuff coming tonight. We'll see. But here are some surprises that I think we could possibly get. My first surprise would be Sami Zayn turning heel. Now listen, Sami expressed his interest in being in the World Heavyweight Championship. He wants to be that. He wants to be in contention for that. And with the incident with Seth and KO and all of this madness going on, I feel like Sami has developed some jealousy of Jey. Jey is the star. Jey's got the spotlight. The fans love Jey. So where does that put Sami? So could Sami betray Jey and cost him the title? I sure hope not, but it's not impossible. Now, again, we already talked about it a little bit, but I think Jacob's turning on Solo. Whether that'll happen tonight, on next Friday night, on Saturday night, WrestleMania, wherever it's going to happen, and we're going to get Solo and Jacob at WrestleMania. But I fully think that if WWE made it at Saturday Night Main Event tonight, it would make the event even stronger. So I think that if they wrote that into existence, like we already talked about, that would be even better. Now, my last prediction is Miss Becky Lynch shows up after Rhea defeats Nia and reclaims her stake at that title. Now, we saw that Liv beat Becky for the title, and Becky was supposed to come back at Monday Night Raw debut on Netflix, but they scrapped that so Rhea could have her moment. Now let's be honest, Rhea doesn't need another moment, so let's bring back Becky Lynch at Saturday Night Main Event, let her declare for the Royal Rumble, and set up this feud, because we all want to see Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley go against each other. I know I do. So I personally would love to see the man show up, and if she does, I'm going to be absolutely crazy. But one thing I will say about this event, and I don't know if it's because it's so close to Royal Rumble or if it's just because we don't have a lot of matches, I'm not as excited for it as I was the first one. And I think it honestly is because it's so close to Royal Rumble. We have Royal Rumble literally a week from today, and that is one of the biggest PLEs in my point of view. I think WrestleMania is number one, Royal Rumble is number two in my opinion. And I think that because this is so close to that, that's why I'm not as excited. But I'm hoping that there'll be a lot of surprises, and this will set up for an even bigger Royal Rumble. But we shall see. let me know what you guys think about the matches, who you think is going to win. Also, if you have not yet, please subscribe to my channel because we're going to keep the videos coming.